Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go
Another morning again inside we had.
Good morning and welcome to another beautiful edition of your program we call Colres right on we had na YouTube and on Facebook. We want to tell you thank you for it on joining me inside the program this morning. Like all time, where they look at the front page of the different newspaper them and as well get person we can come in and join we for analyze the different story them. Well, in your own view, in your own lens, or in your own opinion. As the different people them can don't put out the story them. Well, this particular program can always they try for make you stay up to the pace for make you go get the information where you need for the day. My name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Well, inside the program this morning, we start with the very first paper for this morning. We're in the Salon Compass, where we go first look inside the program this morning. And Salon Compass gets a banner headline. We say, Unholy Alliance, King Ho, Marampa mines exposed. And you get Salwako in ruins. This is another story there for you inside the Salon Compass newspaper for this morning. And the next one, now the Guardian Post, where it says Samsumana ready to thrill APCians. And you get Mariama Laura for APC Women's Congress. And all eyes on Ambassador Omri Goli. How much do you value time? And then you get football administration advises SLFA and brand new airport in Sierra Leone. And you also get big shake-up in the Sierra Leone police. This is another story day for inside the Guardian Post for this morning. The next one are the future media. The future media say as BO and Mines Minister plan King O termination. SLPP government accused of corruption and unfair treatment of King Ho. And you get a national ID card to too expensive. Citizens blast NCRA. And you get members validate NACIT Act amendments. This is another story day for you inside the Future newspaper for this morning. The next one, Daybreak newspaper. We say PPRC and Big Six undermining APC, a question mark. And then you get other story them where this one say PC Kobloquin Marampa mines blamed over mysterious death of three innocent souls. This another story there for you inside the Daybreak newspaper. And then you get the AZ newspaper where say ADB commit $10 billion to support Africa food and agriculture delivering compact. And you as well get VP Julde celebrates President Bio as educational icon for International Day of Education. And you as well get annulment of public elections rules, SLPP 42, APC 22. And you get man allegedly transforms himself into chimpanzee at Marampa village. This and other story day for you inside the AZ newspaper. And the next paper, now the Independent Observer newspaper, we say you have the experience to turn this economy around. Marina Raman tells Dr. Samura Kamara, and you get Paramount chief wants chief to be politically neutral. This another story day for you inside the Independent Observer newspaper. And Bio appreciate Honorable Sello. The next paper for this morning, now the Concord Times newspaper, we say Parliament passes Public Elections Petition Rules 2022. And you get UNDP holds Possibilities Forum, and you get COVID-19 Vaccine Delivery Partnership, boost Sierra Leone with 2.8 United States dollars, and puts local councillor endorses Ambassador Omri Goli. This another story there for inside the Concord Times newspaper for this morning. And the next one, now the C4D media, we say big boost for pensioners as NACID proposes increase in minimum pension. And you as well get another story we say let's remember him, late President Joseph Saidu Momo, and where has an incumbent lost an election, President Bio may return to State House unless. And you get Minister of Labour moves for enactment of the Work Permits Act. This another story for you inside the C4D newspaper. And you as well get the New Age newspaper we say government fails to account for 8.9 billion leones impressed and project proceeds. And you as well get NACID holds National Consultative and Validation Conference and debating working permit for Act of 2022. Honorable Alusain Kane makes strong case for Sierra Leoneans. This is another story there for you inside the New Age newspaper. And you get the Awoko newspaper where say the Jawe politics, a chronological analysis of the political situation in Jawe Chiefdom Constituency 007. And you get APCA aspirant commits to work in the interest of the party and call for an end to Mamikos. And you as well get tourists arrested trying to smuggle millions of old leones out of Sierra Leone. And UN worried over Kush in Sierra Leone. Audit 2021. No evidence to justify banking of 3.5 billion revenues by Land Ministry. And you get 152 fistula operations conducted in 2022. You know, this is another story there for you inside the Awoko newspaper. And you get the Standard Times newspaper where say Parliament squeezes Mines Minister, fictitious rail and port agreement. And you get the Gleaner newspaper where say procurement irregularities tinted Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. And you get CRS launches food for education and child nutrition program today. And you get NCRA to launch a securitized and multi-purpose biometric card. This is another story there for you inside the Gleaner newspaper. And the last paper for this morning, now the Public Review, we say King O, Frank Timis, mafias in mining. And then you get close to $2 million for 15 district council. And you get in Senegal, Bio discusses African approach to food sovereignty and resilience. NCRA announces price for national ID card, and this USA joker asked that for $150,000 a cowboy landlord. This and other story there for you inside the public review newspaper. Well, like all time we guest we can always they come in and analyze the different story them. But before that, let me take this break and we'll come back just now.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Well, good morning again and welcome. This na your program Colores. Well, today inside the program it gets to be really different because for the very first time inside the Colores we actually get woman where they can join with. And it's so important that we get woman for can join with, but because you just know about the different laws them way don't they use for empower woman them. So I think my blessing this morning for we get a woman where they come and analyze the different story them for we inside the program. Well, this now a colleague where he get a wide experience in the field of journalism, in and out of the country, waiting they happen, how the issues then they go. He always done the try for do it best in terms of where they use the mic, where they use the hand for write on newspaper, use the mic in a radio, whatever. If you even go on television outside, they use the camera. Oh my God, you go tell like for say, what for let it stop for do it and they do it again because it don't really stay inside this particular field.
Thank you. That was good.
I'm very much happy. So please allow me for let I just tell people more about this particular party where we get. Okay. This one now big woman na the media, very big woman na the media. Not so today it come. I can say we always don't look forward for the people there. So outside the mass, we watch. If he's safe, we ask him safe. He says come, then we mass. So for long time we don't even follow the footstep. And interestingly, as I want to tell you, say are happy for Sabi party like this in the media. Martha Cabo, I want to say good morning and welcome to Colores Nawiyad.
Good morning. I also always don't admire you. One thing what I will say, because I don't want to take too much time on that, you are possibly very thorough in your work as a journalist. You're very much thorough. When you produce, you write news, you write scripts. When you present, you very much thorough. So I always been happy for get anything for do with you work with you do as a journalist.
Okay. Well, today myself don't know that kind of thing. They say somebody they way appreciate me what they do. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But inside the program, we call on Colores. Let's ask you this question first before going to the serious issue. When last you eat Colores?
Me not possible. I not get normal breakfast like way somebody will wake in the morning, you make tea, you make bread. Sunday I can decide not for eat anything at all. Someday I can decide for eat or just drink most of the time tea. Sometimes and then I guess I can sleep with like yesterday I eat country rest and some lafidi and I feel very good about that. Like they say that's not fine for eating in time. But I eat country rest and lafidi. And me now one person be proud of Colores. Sometimes and they why they do mentoring, like if they talk about them picking the way they go school. Where some the people like you say, they picking the way they go school, as they reach so then they sleep because then they give them Colores. We personally I believe say wrong. We eat Colores for go school. Now waiting they happen because of population and poor planning, and they say poor planning they increase as well as the effect because nobody not seems to be care for the plan about them. And pikin they wake 3, 4 o'clock morning, they go get water. When they don't go get water, they don't sleep better, they are exhausted. So once they don't eat the rest, when they go to school, then they sleep. Not for the cold rest, so they not sleep better and they already don't exhaust. So from my background, I'm passionate about cold rest because I come up from a very humble background. I eat cold rest, I go school, I not sleep in school because I don't get access to water and I wake 6 o'clock, not to 3 o'clock. But
Okay.
me cold rest now on enough thing now.
So if you foresee at the eat colores, which one are the best sauce where you can like for eat colores?
If one I like particularly I like calami, crinkling, and cassava leaf. As long as you warm, now basic sardine and so sardine there.
You call one plus as way, I don't miss already. Calami, oh my god. Anyway, give it down the inside the colors this morning. Let's go straight inside the different paper then. And I take the first one where let's just watch because I actually want for let we take the issues them with the inside. We see the public review and we see in this particular paper then saying Frank Timis mafias in mining. You don't follow mining, work in the country in terms of how the mining sector they operate. What do you think about headline like this?
Not just the headline, but now issues the way repeatedly they come inside the mining sector.
Okay.
When you look at the New Direction manifesto, we get like 560 promises. I know say plenty salon people know that. I know one for be blasphemous, but if you say you're a Christian, you get for know what's in the Bible. If you say you're a Muslim, you get for know what's in the Quran. Likewise, if you say you're a Sierra Leonean, you get for understand or know what's inside the manifesto of the party where they rule with. You look at all of these promises, then very, very much key on mining. Then when you reach the mining sector, the New Direction detail what thing they can do for, make sure say they clean up, then sanitize the mining sector for let it benefit their union, especially the one the way they need the mining communities. Then also capture them when it comes to economic development. How they go manage the mining sector for generate enough revenue for turn around the country for reduce poverty. But we see say again and again that the same problem. In fact, the problem don't was past within the needs. And nobody really look at within them the right. So, they're not seeing for don't address the problem as it is, neither deliver on the promises. You still get mafias the way want for turn around things the way they want them. And the government and politicians, they as well, they accept this because people, they get some kind of benefits. I'm very much sure because if you sign agreements, we're not really the benefits of the country, not just the mining sector. Now lie, somebody is benefiting. If the citizens are not benefiting, those in charge are benefiting. So the problems in the mining sector, they're not on address them or neither deliver on the promises on the mining sectors, looking at the manifesto in CC. So I think that we as journalists, and not say for now it's very difficult. The bulk of we just no know what thing for do. It's either we just decide for say, you know what thing, I don't want problem, nobody like keep quiet. Or some people go the benefits, or some want appointments, or some want favor. But we get for look at this. How much more the government will address the problems them or the things the way them be right about my manifesto when they get the power for this.
Okay, so I think this very much serious with regards how the government they handle, company them. But look at this thing. When this government being come, I think they may get issue with some mining company them with regards. You get me, please?
I get you.
Yes.
I been just want to ask somebody from a tripod stand so I can put the camera.
Okay, yes. So this government be actually get some issue with some mining company them with regards agreement, no agreement. So you not think say then the fear say if them be very hard on some of the mining company them themselves go just fold up and go and they able and them forget some revenue for add to the country in Kufa.
I not think say it get for do with that fear and. We not get for they make agreements based on grievances, now based on the interests of the country. Take for example the Mamama Airport deal and the new airport runway. We be getting Mamama Airport deal and go to Parliament, they agree on them, and a lot of people been get. Some of we criticize. To go for be honest, we criticize the previous government heavily for things they will believe say they are wrong. So if you get the mama agreement and then you able to come back, you say, no, I cancel the mama agreement, are a factor in Bunge Airport extension to get a new something. Likewise, the mining sector. You get for able for keep something, yes, you get for able for keep something in a sanitized manner. And now in which way the contracts and cancel. Now mind you, these people are business people. For goodness sake, you know they just go automatically, you want to go cancel everything. There is a mining act we provide we lead to the agreements and let's go back to the roots. We look at the mining act, waiting at the gaps then. Waiting make we not only benefits. Waiting make the mining industry a whole mafia sector na salo. You see, this country is like things are just scam. When you look into business na scam, the way politicians and they handle things na scam, the way the mining industry they run na scam, the way agreements. So we get all of these issues. So if really we decide for sanitize the mining sector, we get for go back to the mining agreement. Waiting at the loopholes that we don't make the mining sector is like a scam business on a mafia business. So we get for look at the act. Then now we come and look at the agreements then. And we get forget engagements. So not they just waking up money. Somebody don't left in country, don't decide say they come and invest. You can't terminate in contract. So they just waking up money and do that. We get for able to engage people. Let them see the needs. Say we they review their mining agreement there. Now demand for iron or not higher anymore. Like we be higher before where with GDP been just a fly up. So we get for look at all of that one and they say the demand is no longer that huge. And we want to make sure say now waiting they come in, let it benefit people. But we also go take into consideration, say we not get the capacity and the resources to do that. So they want the way they can invest, they are doing business, then we expect that and then get for make profits. But if we just terminate mining agreements and contracts, because not so maybe sign them, not so maybe benefit. I mean, that one they now a huge problem. The mining company, they just grab somebody in the tower because they want for tower. Then believe say something is wrong somewhere. Somebody they just grab
and
for
at this they make because the mining, the
profit.
company they get like a forum who's like they meet, they discuss about how business they go in a certain country.
Of course,
And
just like us
this
journalists.
might be possible reason where make other company then they scared for come do business.
Of course.
All right.
Investments, when our investment they want a country, especially we get multinational companies from other countries, you get people who they can put the money, and when they put the money, then go. They make sure say the embassies are aware. So if somebody want for invest, they don't make like in foreign affairs ministry. No, in foreign affairs, they for ask for an embassy, for let the embassy get heads up. Say waiting they happen at that country in terms of investment. And then go tell them. I think someday we know they take note of this, how they behave to people them, but say they get and they tell the other people them. Say this country now, so they way putting money now, this they be. So they don't see any.
Okay. All right, let's bring inside Theophilus. You know what we? Well, like always, we as well don't get Theophilus sir, but that way, don't they as well do justice to the different issues them with the inside the Colliers. So we just they talk about this newspaper say public review. They talk about mafia and the mining sector, and I know so one person who as well passionate about issues them around the mining. What do you make up of this? Because Martha don't actually analyze waiting think about this whole issue about the mining sector, how this government promise for make the mining sector look better, how it for reflect in the lives of people but as far as in concern, they're not able for reach to that stage. In fact, everybody just to try for getting at the end of the day waiting and going for go it.
Yeah, you're right. And I totally agree with all what Madam Martha say. Martha, how are you?
I did do very well too. Good morning.
That's good. That's good. One thing I know about Martha is that she is one of the most outstanding female journalists in the country.
Okay, you're not being just now talking, but it not be while I talk.
And so I'm not surprised in any way at a analysis. Yes, she is Martha, and she will always remain Martha.
Thank you.
So obviously, I can tell you, I totally agree with the assertion that the mining sector, they don't reduce into a mafia business. We're not good for the development of this country.
So when you talk about mafia business, maybe one for broken down, let people understand. What do we talk about in this mafia?
In a situation wherein you have so many rogues around, so many rogues whose interest is to fleece the country of its natural resources. I mean, I can tell you, say, not much is coming to the state as compared to what is going out. So, and for we are more concerned about a win-win situation. We got the minerals, but we not get the technical know-how, we not get the logistics, we not get the finance for go into the kind of industrial mining for get the minerals off from the soil. So if this investor, they come in with expertise, and they come in with your money by way of investment, it should be a win-win situation. We are not against mining. What we are saying is that it should be a win-win situation. What we have currently is a win-lose situation. And unfortunately, it has been so since mining started in this country. And unfortunately, I see no end to it. No end to it, because we finally say we authorities that they're in a very difficult situation for stand the gun when it comes to the sharing of benefits for mining. The mining companies, they get so much leverage to make so much profits. And they also get so much leverage to get the most lucrative areas. Which mining is always profitable. That they get the kimberlite areas, that they get all the other virgin areas. Where they go and say, this is going to make us what we want to be. So for me, it has been so for ages. For ages, it has been so. And what we be doing the push for now?
And still another country, in addition to what the government not on the transparent. Why didn't they go hide mining agreements then? Why didn't they hide? And that make the mining company, they carry some shady stuff, then they put inside the agreement, then they go make then go pass the agreements, and they, na net, even them, na committee room, na corner. If all of these things exposed, the mining company then no say, when camp and can they face resistance from the people, and not just the people in their communities, but generally the citizens of this country. But the shady things, I die the mining agreement. That's why they always get problem when they say for council. They're not going to talk with me, then they cancel them, they're not going to talk with me, they bring inside. So all of them problems they associate, it's too much.
So this make I go straight to this go straight to the next paper when I Standard Times. So we say Parliament squeezes mines minister fictitious rail and port agreements. How serious Parliament day? How serious? How well positioned they be in terms of make the people actually benefit from waiting and they get out of their agreements?
Then visit my minister, and so then visit energy minister like this. So then can go and visit all the ministries as they go pass and visit people, they better them visitation there. No, you don't tell them they visit, no. Just like when they pass the agreement, them get some impact as personally feel, and I'm sure no changes not do that to create. Then go feel changes. Maybe personally say them do the open, not just sit on a parliament, they move or whatever happened behind the whatever it is. But how much impact to their life? Any work with politicians they do, not to follow it with yourself, now for change the lives of people. Finish.
All right.
If people their life not change, they're not improve. You let you work, say you lay foundation, you do this, and nothing. Nothing, absolutely.
Definitely, I agree with Matakagbo 100%. I mean, Mata is right. So, but what I say here is that we don't know the details as contained in the new arrangement. But what I read faintly on social media is that they can create room for for example, people who are really into farming and trading for move them wares from one point to the other, right? Because the arrangement has always been that they train them exclusively for the companies. Yes. So, but we don't have all the details. I wish you be following through the newspaper content, because for now, not the surface. I've not read the details, so it's difficult for us make a very, detailed analysis.
Okay, let's just see, because this is not the front page. Let's see if I can able for attempt for read anything. If I can see, I'm fine. Please.
Okay.
Let's just try me luck and see something. Standard times, yeah. Let's just watch and quickly, please. Yeah. Okay. The attempt for read waiting then say. Well, we're not gonna get better. Basically, say the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, Musa Timothy Kaba, is currently a worried man. He is seen moving along the corridor of State House and Parliament, looking for ways and means to save his neck from a great calamity that might befall him, should the government not tread cautiously on an alleged fictitious. See page 8. So we not get page 8. This is not just the front page. So like I said, I'm not sure so we'll get details into this. This then just the try for tell you how worried the minister is.
Even without details, they tell you how we self as media people and they contribute to problem. The minister passing up and down, running up and down. What's he pass up and down for? We get for able for right. What's he currently they happen?
Well, they might come put them inside the story, you know, as a sort of just the intro phase.
Yeah, for tell you say waiting they happen in a disaster, so on a problem. I make the minister show, go they pass the heavy one, but waiting really the minister will pass for. So therefore able to discuss the issue.
Honestly, I'm not in the field say at this point before they talk about the kind of things they are in the mining sector. Taking into consideration the kind of very good promise where they put inside the manifesto, for making the lives of people better, but I don't know if I say, I don't know which position where I put myself in terms of, discussing the issues they ask at this particular point. I don't really know. But I just hope say no more than going for C, because now election they come, politics term don't come again, and we get for bigger different things then they come up from the mining sector. Now you see one other paper then they try for on this same thing, then they blame Koblo Queen, for example, because they say Posse lost in life or so. Let's just go for that story.
It always depend if it's set business and Marampa. Always they call up and riot and land business. I think I forget Manonko. Is it Manonko? There is a particular section in Chiefdom where I remember London mining is there. London mining a good diverse one water business. We go clear all the people in farming, the people are not able for protest in the Koblo Queen and say go according to the people there. Whenever they want to go protest, you go send them, go arrest the people there, suspend, I think the section or the act. So he has always involved in all the problems and from allegedly from the people, and name always the pop up and the problem around the mining sector in Chiefdom.
And interestingly, how he named the pop up and different things them, this BNT will see people that will die. At the same time, they come out to the media for explain certain things. Even if you go approach and I always busy.
He will talk to you nicely. He will welcome you. He give you try for sit down. He try for diversity. You want to talk to her. He will give you dates for interview. You go
always. Yes, now one than the book appointment.
He always, always. He go pick your call and I will talk nicely and I will talk. He's very nice, but he will try for divert from the issues. Always. But his name will pop up. And all the problems, not just mining, political, economic, or anything around you, the name will pop up about anything and in that system, as the Paramount shift.
Theo.
Well, that system and don't in the mind, not the evidence.
Well, now the way how he don't position himself in terms of at the middle of politics. What do you think about this? Now they see all kind of deal. Now this Paramount chief in name don't they come up again for sake of people that have been die again in Chiefdom. Paramount Chief Koblo, you know, if a well positioned himself in terms of all the mining and things that way they happen, and as well as political things, then why is that?
Yes. So what may happen a very unfortunate situation will be lead to the death of one person, and then they be vandalize the chief in in entire compound, including in very bedroom. And of course the chief began for run away, he go hide some side for a couple of days. Even now you get armed OSD personnel them where they guide the paramount chief. So it is a very unusual situation because as paramount chief, if you're able to get the best freedom ever you can imagine from within or among the people them, right? If you feel free because it's like your home, it's like your house. If you feel free for going to all corners of your house, but then now you have to be guided, so it don't make it become unusual. But like I say, what may happen could either be linked to politics or to mining. But what we know is that it was a political matter, because even now, most of the people that were be arrested in respect of the matter, they are still in custody. They are still in custody. Even last week, remember, this didn't happen how long ago? They are still in custody, and most of them were randomly arrested. So you don't mean to say because you were arrested because of what happened, you're already guilty. But they have been in custody for since that period, and they are still there. And anytime they're going to court, there is no progress on their matter because there is no evidence coming out. Where
so people can get grievance for them since they need their family members.
This person was involved. So you see, so for me, it has become a serious human rights violation for which nobody is talking anything about it. I'm happy you are discussing it. I mean, but that is the fact of the matter. It goes beyond the paramount chief. It's about those people now who are in custody for so long. If there's nothing against them, may they release them, please. Would apologize on their behalf. It'd be unfortunate what's happening. So that sends a very good message that, I mean, we paramount chiefs them for they in good touch with them people. Yes, they're able for they in good touch with them people. And that where there's a problem, the central government for able for coming. That is why we have the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We even got the Ministry of Local Government. They should be able to come in and amicably resolve the matter, teeth and Thomas jam, right? Husband and wife can make palaver. So if chief and his subject get problem, it should be resolved amicably. Enough to take long. Now there's sorry for the diversion, but there is currently another issue involving one other paramount chief. When our paramount chief Russell, now lower Banta chiefdom. Some issue some issue between him and people them. So what did the chief minister do? Then David Francis, he just called the paramount chief. He said, "Come to Freetown for a meeting." Then when the man go to the office, it took over 2 hours for let talk to the paramount chief. Later, Oliver come out now and tell the paramount chief, say, "Pabalo," he said, "from henceforth, not go to your chiefdom until further notice, and that it is for your own security."
Deception.
Is that Sunday? Over 2 years now. Over 2 years now, the paramount chief has been away. He has been in Freetown going around, but he cannot go to his and as far as the chief concerned, he was not under any threat. Now, be just politics, because at one time, some people learned from the other side, because since the elected as paramount chief, the other side, one of the Magai side, they remain unhappy about him being the paramount chief, because for over 100 years, the paramount chief.
So the Magai then think say this not in term, and then go use politics for intimidation.
Yeah, exactly. It be there in the hands of the Magais. So that chief there, then go burn a house. He escaped. He was nearly burnt alive in his own home, in his own house. You understand? Eh? So now the chief has been away for over 2 years. Someone is acting. So I think it is too long. Why do we have the Minister of Internal Affairs? Why do we have the Minister of Local Government? Could they come in and resolve this matter? Because
so
man, you a paramount chief
is like everywhere, every angle where you touch, politics don't mix up and box up everybody.
Every side. I bet I say the feel like
in fact, they say the paramount chief na APC man. They say the paramount chief na APC man. But as far as the chief concerned, me, my friend, he don't confide in me. But it's about you. me go left for support SLPP, I go support APC. It's not possible. Just that me a Paramount chief, I get for give me Bobby, this the Sokia, this the Sokia. Yeah, they want Paramount chiefs to take sides. When you not take side, then they label you. And it is wrong. It is wrong.
So the my guys then are SLPP if you say this not them term, even though that man they don't win, then can take advantage of around because they get political power. Because the SLPP is open, it's so clear. This man, of course, he go be SLPP, but because he's a Paramount chief, he go on for be quiet about everything. So now on attempt for intimidate the man. So the former chief minister deceptively, very, very much in a deceptive manner, called, because now that now if you get issue with the man, tell the man say there is an issue, so come to Freetown, let's resolve it, and this is the issue. Let the man prepare a mind and get all in fact, or can't talk to you, but you know what tell the man say calm, the way the man can, you can't change and talk other things. And besides, this is the state, if it's a riot there or problem there, same security, tell the internal affairs minister and go resolve them, other than the intimidate. This is not intimidation. Seriously.
And now he end up for saying that he grabbed the Paramount chief from his chiefdom.
It's clear now saying that the former chief minister pull the man come on in chiefdom. It pull and come on and whoever they ask now, he go down install the person. Whoever they ask now, he go down install.
And what's more important is that it is unprocedural. When the Paramount chiefs are elected for life.
That's what it means.
So whether they keep him away from his chiefdom, they cannot dethrone him. They cannot dethrone him. So the best they can do is to go and reinstate him. But what's clear is that the chiefs they get in salary on a monthly basis. Mind you, the chiefs are being paid every month they get in salary. So what's the point? So the only thing they deprive them of, that for going in chiefdom and for make a representation on behalf of in chiefdom. But I don't attend many meetings where they attend outside in chiefdom. They invite them for go attend meetings, but he cannot go to his chiefdom because the chief minister says so. And if anything happen, if anything happen, they will say, we'll be telling us no good. Yeah. But it is not about that. It is going to.
And it's possible. I know they say they will do, and it's possible self for let the man go. Then Tutski politician them, it might be the one the way don't come and so, or it might be other Tutski politician arrange them go attack the chief. Then say we'll be non tell and say they no goodie.
It's possible because now we see politics they happen. Anyway, let's take on a bit from that one day. And let's take on inside another paper. This one again, now big thing he get for do to money business. New Age newspaper say government fails to account for 8.9 billion impress and project proceeds. This basically now on the audit report. So la all una be quick and take una again to another paper we get similar things, so we could just take the issue them once and for all. We come to our core newspaper. It say audit 2021, no evidence of to justify banking of 3.5 billion revenues by Lands Ministry. You know, so this issue of, you know, the way how money just the loss, just the that. Look at this other one. They say procurement irregularities tainted Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. All of this, the government as well promise and talk a lot about the last audit report before they come to power. Now we see plenty billions of loans they get missing where they're not able to account for. Where do you make up of them things there?
Here you go.
For me, it's a very unfortunate situation. It's very unfortunate. I don't know what's the problem there. I don't know what's the problem there because I mean, year in, year out, we get the same, I mean, situation, right? And amidst the promise by His Excellency for close all the loopholes, but they say the audit reports them over the years, they not seem to be very impressive. Somebody asked me yesterday, he said, how you see the government? I said the president is doing well when it comes to policies. For example, you know, now we don't get the free education policy, now we don't get the gender empowerment policy, we get other policies that relating to the expansion of the 1965 Public Order Act and so many other things them when our policies them or lost the way they when they pass the regime before don't pass, but they renege on them. Yeah, exactly. You understand it? So this all a very impressive thing. So the only problem when we get with the current government now in the handling of fiscal policies, for make sure say we money they not go astray, because Salon is already a very economically deprived nation, right? We rely so much on external injection of funds, right? We're not sustainable. We're also not good. We also rely so much on taking loans for can add to the poverty situation of the country. So what I say is that the money the world generates locally, they don't joke with that money than they. And this government is supposed to be very much accountable in the sense that for handle such issues, it takes a very tough president for say, I am not going to accept this. I am not going to accept this, right? So, but if you allow man, they forget away with that kind of thing there, year in, year out, the audit report they come, and there is no improvement.
How you go say you know they accept this? Let's take example. The last audit report, indicting office, Anti-Corruption Commission say then go take action. Then say the law not give them rights for let them prosecute the president, but they want them where the money work at the hand, then for able for do them. As recent as this way I do interview with the PRO for the Anti-Corruption Commission, they're not able for call one person yet. Now another report commission. So how the president go fight? Wait, this
okay.
Please come inside.
There was a meeting where there was the particular, I think 2 years ago, some tension, this audit business and investigation. So even political party they be worried. So I remember the ACC been called meeting with political parties, APC, SFP, NDC, for talk about corruption in governance.
Yes, I remember that
so I'm not being present at the meeting, but I talked to Dr. Dennis Bright, the chairman for NGC. What he tell me say is the William brother, because I can say William brother, we all grew up together. Francis then the APC, the ACC boss. In the meeting, where Dr. Bryce tell him about the answer for our guards, like the lapses them when it comes to financial accountability, then Francis gave a tell him, say, Doctor, he said it's very difficult for investigate a sitting minister or a sitting authority. People were there according to Doctor. He said very difficult for investigators. And reasons being that then they sit on the evidences. So that's why we did chase current ministers not to reach on. And now they get former ministers not to reach on, and now they get the opportunity. So likewise, we forget now at the back of the mind. And see, we not a world like for keep record, but let we were able to do that. So in the future, any other party can have power and begin investigate them why are we sit down. Let we know say not to reach on again. You know, like me, I can always say, work of free be criticized before my government. And we not keep quiet just because we want to keep quiet. Whenever I get the opportunity to say it, you know, we'll go say things that when we get them, because that was how we had the opportunity by then, and wait to get the opportunity now for solution. And in the future, let me take into consideration that anybody can win. Any person, come out, UMPP, come on, NGC, she can win. You investigate current ministers. Some of we go grab and say, no, not so which ones. Now they send that way, then get the opportunity for doing, because when somebody sits on an officer, according to Francis Bekenfala, it sits on the evidence. But that allows that for me, I just say, it was saying the fact.
You remember the issue of the Chinese guys? You remember the issue of the Chinese guys, eh?
I remember.
According to Francis and according to ACC, anytime where they want to investigate, then they ask for let them suspend that particular individually, so it not go sit down on the evidence as they allege now.
So this minister, Francis again said, it's gonna be another open conference again. He said, no law, no day, we say then for suspend possibly in the investigation. Oh, he don't say this again. So all of these things, all they take into record. But tomorrow, what that person go on for do one? Because we can't see it don't look like for say, one person can feel for do you do one, other person can feel for do you do one. The who in the talk or who they talk or who sabi sing or whatever, who will decide for criticize who that will not feel good about and support who that will feel good about. Because the same things keep repeating. And sometimes we are quiet and sometimes we are loud. So but let me take record of events. It don't talk and say it's difficult for investigators sitting authority because they are sitting on the evidence. And then later again, it says, no, the way they ask somebody for get up from the office, whether they investigate them. No, but it now very clear. Say them people then they sit on evidences. So, like I said earlier, again, I will go say, so scam. Because the new direction manifesto, yes, education is important. Me, I support education. What's have been the new direction then campaign, power party campaign where them been so clear about the economy and corruption. Now in them the champion so much the economy, corruption, and national unity. But the economy will always see the dollar na 20,000, 20 years. Corruption will always see the audit
2 million for $100.
2 million for $100. Today, 2 million for $100. Corruption would see in fact now all the feel in fact they say you sit not there for bribe. Now the new slogan, you sit not there for bribe. Tribalism, some of us, like me personally, I'm a victim of tribalism of this administration. So, so what's the champion when you look at the 560 promises in the new direction manifesto? Some of we unfortunate for go to we don't read, we don't do work the way surround the manifesto, learn freely. What's in there the manifesto? It's quite different from the reality what's in the happen. So you talk differently. The president, they do very well when it comes to policies. The things the way the government they put in place, they do very well.
So let's make it clear.
But
What they talk about policy,
different.
for just say policy na paper, policy in the implementing part. I think in the policy for the paper.
I mean, I say the president is very good at making policies, but when it comes to waiting they happen, waiting they do in reality, it's different. So means say waiting they write say they can't do it different from what really they do. And the thing is, there was so much hope on Sierra Leoneans from this administration. People let me get so much hope say yes, indeed, this country they can't change. Indeed, we they get so new things. Look at the policies. The other day, JJ Safawi, then they ask her now. By then, it be then a Ministry of Finance. When they ask her about maybe they talk about bread and butter, she say Bonalabo. So that means every other thing Alabo because the bread and butter and the champion in the direction manifesto. People let me get so much hope. Let me not lie, but I will not tell you. People let me get so much hope that their lives then will change. We all get hope. Say the new direction coming in. We get guys who will be so disciplined when it comes to financial accountability, when it comes to lawlessness and Kushna all over the place, just like corruption all over the place. So what's in the thing? People then they lose hope. You see people their life so miserable, fellow citizens and they walk up and down. Then fortunate for them at Jeep. Then fortunate for them at tinted cars. Of course, we all can sit there now and then when they are boss. Because of the nature of the job, we move around. People then so miserable. People they find it hard for put food on their table. So when people they say, all these people they say 3 billion, 4 billion, 15 billion, they lost, nobody not get accounts. Then you get somebody where they look for 3,000 for go buy cookie or 30,000 for cook for him and family.
You
get people where they find it so hard.
Let's bring you into this quickly. We see inside the president don't go right now, I think Senegal outside, for go attend to this agriculture thing. And at the same time, now in ministry now, they lost billions on agriculture and food and sovereignty. So how much secure we money then will be if then they bring and come for agriculture and how serious? Because it don't make them very clear now say in the next term, he want for focus on agriculture. I know something, Martha, sorry, I know something in your estimation. This government know how for spend money. They only talk and do things them outside money day. Right now, it don't begin tell you say in next campaign now agriculture because money don't begin come up for agriculture and food sovereignty. That's just the reality. When it comes to woman business, because money they all around, they enact things then quick. But the things that will really affect people and they not care about them.
Okay, these are the same government where they prioritize the economy in the previous campaign. But when you come, they look at the safer side or the easy achievement. So we shift to education because it's safer and it's easy. So now they don't go to this, like they say, that I for fair money because now agriculture. Because I know the reason why the West or other countries they prioritize agriculture for now because food don't become very, very much expensive. While a lot of people are unemployed and all of that.
Yes.
So now, this very agriculture ministry, after the government change, where they can do commission of inquiry, some of the things that we then pick up about then fertilizer, Dr. Santiside, and then other we take over how they manipulate the, fertilizer tractors. After we then take up, make people then go, or if they're not said and clean enough, let them disclose how they handle all of them contracts of fertilizer. Because I know said there was a lot of problems. You go there for information, people then go they hide. We get a lot of reports about corruption business when it comes to fertilizer, when it comes to tractor, equipment, and support, seed support for you to farmers. So many corruption issues with it. We try our best for bringing some information, but these guys are very resistant. And the worst of it, this government campaign on transparency, you right to access to information request to them. People will not even respond. People will not even look at you. So then are the old drama about corruption and at their ministry. Very corrupt as far as I'm concerned. Then now you look at the young people away for now we get an Okada generation because the education structure will get they talk around and big, but you don't get sufficient facilities for let people really come out as educated people. First, we know what it means for each secondary school, at least from 3 or from 5. But now you get PhD set, that secondary school person, let us put and see the difference. We get a lot of people away, much not there for do for their life. From the all who they go applying or they go do reporting. Young people all long common as na village. Then they pay Okada, then they pay sell jobs. Oh, you see them so push. So drugs. That's what they do for minimize the use of drugs. Now, for me, say the law they work effective. No, arrest that and they because the name and the pop up here and there.
So for make a actually release una now, yeah, because of the time. I ask you now this question, and basically from waiting come from C for the media, it get this question where it put. Yeah, well, not a question, the comment we make. It say, where has an incumbent lost an election? President Bio may return to State House unless. So, it not come out, but being into Una na journalist, and at the same time, Una na mortal man where they live inside the country. Una they feel the same kind of thing where ordinary people they feel. What Una make up of this particular commentary section where they put for the president in second term as a journalist on all two. This could be on a final bite.
Okay. Well, so yes, no problem. I will come in straight away. Indeed, incumbency already they give you about 49% advantage.
Like we already know this in terms of the campaign and all where they know declare campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Because look at what is happening right now. You already the party going to Mayamba for how many days? They're going to feed the dance with the students there, other areas there. So he has the leverage and he has the state resources at his advantage. So really easy for an incumbent president lost an election. But of course, most times it can only happen through fishy means. For example, Anas Baikuma in second term, it was a complete stolen mandate, right? They're not even done for count the pool stuff. They're not even done for count. They don't announce the election. What is on the top say? He said, "We're not going to go to police." Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Right? So as far as me know, it is possible because for example,
and sorry about that. I know this government for one thing. Then get Tonangi.
Yes, what if President Bio the Fed right now? I believe now for go into a runoff. If you go into a runoff, it will be very much. It will be a very serious situation. So he will try to avoid that by all means. Can I make it better? Say one, it come with the midterm census, right? Mm-hmm. Because it not be want to do the election based on the figures of the past regime. Mm-hmm. At an advantage. Mm-hmm. And then, even when they be depend do the boundary delimitation, they still cannot say, this one is still not give you the needed advantage. What do we do? Not go to PR. Understand, eh? So now, they will do everything humanly possible to ensure winning for President Bio. Yes, and I will not be surprised, actually.
Because instead of we are saying, right now, don't camp.
No, of course, you know. So the best thing we can do right now is for consolidate Now for consolidate all in strongholds, consolidate some so they don't get any infiltration. Western will turn out for infiltrate other areas, the north, the western area, and I mean,
So
they
they get for
already get
strategically
good
place
leverage.
themselves.
No, of course they have to be strategic in doing it. Otherwise, because what I will tell you, what SLPP they feel right now that for lost the next election, right? That for lost the next election. So we have to look between the two, the APC and the SLPP, as they are now. Which is the lesser evil? Which is the greater evil? So that is the $1 million question.
I still listen to you. I still listen. The
So
lesser and the greater evil. I still listen.
Yes, I rest my case.
Okay, Martha, in the beginning of the program, you actually tell me, say,
Yes.
this government don't promise a lot of things them, and waiting and promise in the manifesto, and waiting and do is completely different. Like you said, they get how many points in the manifesto?
They get 560 promise.
560.
Well, funnily, as far as President Bio concerned, he has done over 98% already.
No, not over 98. It don't come from A to Z. In fact,
in fact, waiting and do when you read the documents, when you read go online, you download them, you take your time. When you read the documents, you will see say they're not even numbers. But when you read it, they see all the points them. Under the new direction, we'll do this. Then go na thematic areas and identify where I think I've been 20-something thematic areas, and under them thematic areas, then they make them points and the way we all count. Not only one don't count as a journalist, I get all that journalists the way I will send you the details if you want for confirm where we only count. So or if you hook up with and will have INSSF know that because if they do service delivery and performance tracking of the new direction manifesto, INSSF can testify that. So when you look at the points, they always counter all the thematic areas, and then you see the 560. But then what they do, they're ready for arguing, just that 20-something thematic areas, or that 26. They say we make 26 promises, we don't deliver 16 left, and that was 2 years ago when David Francis was
Chief Minister.
When David Francis was yes, Chief Minister. So I just remember a month ago or so, I get a Facebook blog where I can do interviews, Facebook page back up. I repost interviews, comments, and this and that. So I interview Honorable H.M. Givao.
So what do you Facebook name?
Egbako, EGBAKOH.
Okay.
Well, the cook is the Ibako story.
Okay, I'll come to the spell because I can normally spell it for me again. EGBAKOH. The one with the brown spoon, Ibako spoon. Okay.
So I will interview Honorable Givao. We talk say the tell neck one do boundary delimitation. And then now that the August 10 can so now August 10 I stop neck. No for do boundary delimitation. So now I made them out the PR system. So fine and good. Now we don't able to understand or we don't able know say waiting government can write as manifesto can be different from reality. And this not same the way. And not too long ago, we peace come on upon 5 years ago. So now time and the way I will give for look between waiting the new direction on deliver and waiting outside why they don't deliver. Waiting APC don't deliver, waiting FFP don't deliver. And how much, although everything have been 10 years, but how much more we feel say we can take on them performances inside 10 years, waiting we can. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, no matter how you strategize, no matter how you plan, you political, whatever, and the people and get power in this country. Even when tension they arise, when you get Western intervention, you get diplomatic intervention, they always intervene based on the people their interest. I remember where then after August 10, David Francis they say na terrorists and insurgents where the American ambassador tell them to not call you people them terrorists.
Wow.
I
think I missed that one.
Yeah, AYV been a broadcaster live at some point and get focused on because there was argument. But maybe if you Google or you go YouTube, search for it, maybe you can see it. So no matter your strategy, no matter you plan, PR system, new censors, new commissioner, commissioner where they cow with your own wool, how you want to do the election, because that's what I've seen Wamekone doing. Just the same way how we be operating that financial intelligence unit. So many complain about tribalism, so many complain about his own personal rules. So just like that, that's what the people really happen. So no matter what you do, I can always say, no matter how we want to criticize as journalists or we want to praise you, let me tell you now, the people then get power. And when it camp and can, they go really want to show their own power. So we let you, we not let you. And when it camp and can, the West will go intervene. You know, they always doubt moral guarantors, but they are always there. They way they intervene and go intervene on the people's behalf. And mind you, when people like you say the West not the control here, or diplomats not the control here, the investment the way they don't make now, non-political party no make. Then send their resource, then send them people in and send them money, then left now, then people then die now, collect PCB. Where the bulk of the one the way they holler na APC, SFP, they all want go overseas. They all the kind of money where them party they win for can benefit. And then we can left for say now the West not they determine, the West not they can't determine only it, but let me tell you, they will always decide people their interest, the general public interest. That I know about the West, that I know about diplomats.
So I could still
so
ask
as a
you,
government,
I will still ask you this question because of you say all of them promises them now like most of the thing that they do now mining agreement this and that is also scam. I go ask you if you for listen properly into the political campaign season when no reach it but we don't begin. What do you feel say would be the campaign message of President Bill?
I am President Bill in campaign message. He get for basically the champion waiting to achieve. He will tell you about free education. He will tell you about gender empowerment. Say me don't make the gender empowerment bill, and me don't do free education. Those things it will definitely catapult them. Those things.
And when it comes to the bread and butter, where it be promise we, it will tell you say na global.
Yes, they say in fact one of them be able to talk to one of them and they say, and I don't blame nobody that the president when they tell people and say things can go outside. Of course, things can go outside, but they feel the pinch based on the kind way how your economy is. We government not get money for just increase salary or subsidize because we are so poor. Where our financial policies there, our fiscal policies there, so weak are not implemented. Why is there one and they then get strong policies? The government and get money. So it no matter how food rise, then government and they increase salary, then they subsidize, and they support people. Medical.
I go choke you, but I'm not going to allow you for go inside because I need for let you go now and you get another assignment then. In terms of the economy, we find out say Guinea money don't every pass your money double.
Sir, you carry 1 million salon money now 450,000 Ghana francs in the game.
When before 2018, I'll be the other way around.
Definitely.
So Theo, what do you feel said would be the actual message for this campaign?
Well, of course, just like Mata say, any side if I go right now, I want free education.
I heard something yesterday. Maybe I not put her in the right context. I heard the talk say before in government, no picking not ever get requirements from Moyamba. Pass in government, then don't make them get.
Oh wow, well that is impressive enough. If that is the case, that is impressive enough. That's a good result.
When I go sit exam at university, they always don't get the requirement they feel feeling. I go, I found the story after all but not pass.
Okay.
This massive failure by the class.
Anyway, let's just show on the screen. A backer then at the screen now. And in Facebook page this, let's just make you see good one. A backer. So please you can follow. I see you get a lot of interviews them way at the pass right now. Let's just watch. I see this one Honorable Abdul Kagbo. I see this one Honorable Givao. I don't know who that this National Grand Islands. Okay. That na Alaji Amadou Sharif. Okay. And we as well get other this na Citizen Forum for Democracy. So you get a lot of things them where they actually do. So please you can follow them. A backer.
Thank you.
And then on Facebook, you can follow in page, and so you could be part of stuff them where he actually they put. Because Theo, in the community radio, as the champion,
I spell that Bako.
E-G.
I swear, Martha, I swear you know the speller. Now, Mr. said the speller.
I spell her.
And the speller from waiting I see now. Bet, na so
of course, what you see.
Eh?
What you see, of course. Now, what you see, now they give me.
Yes. Okay, I'll tell you. Wait. Last spy quick.
Still go watch all the video there.
I go watch. No, I go there. Surely.
Fine. I don't
Now the one with
matter.
the brown spoon.
Okay, so now the embark all this. E.G.
Yes, spell. Say again.
E.G.
E.G.
Yes. B.A.
B.A.
K.O.H.
K.O.H. Is that all?
Ebako.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I go. Yes.
You know, Mafa, you know, I like the name. The name, I like him because you know they compete with any other person for this name.
No. Yes, because every Omo we go, Egbako spoon day, they soon than the idea.
So,
now they take for full
You know,
rest.
I
So
like, I
mix
can always
like
think the same way like how you think.
Again.
Now what you then get
What I
now?
mean basically, like when you get media programs them so, just the name Abako is very unique to you. And not they compete
Yeah.
with any other person.
It depends.
Yes,
It depends
yes.
on your interpretation of the Agbako.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if we use Agbako, sometimes we get different interpretation. Matter will get different
I know say you want
interpretation.
go knock the Agbako. I say knock the Agbako, now you want go so.
It's say not to every home get Egbako spoon again. It's say now.
Exactly. This is
Alright.
the 21st century. Agbako now they're all in this business. Although there are some homes that still get Agbako, but honestly speaking,
I
in
just
fact,
plenty
some now
money.
they get metal Agbako.
Wait, Theo, you
Some
know
home
say
they get metal Agbako now.
Wait.
Egbako metal Egbako no dey. Then go get the English stick spoon where they carve. They
What I
carve.
tell you? What I
You know
tell you?
the English stick spoon there where they carve.
They call it
English stick
Agbako
spoon there where they
steel.
go. Yes, nine, na thick spoon and cover. Whether then cover now, then chapter with net now on a machine, make a nice so na thick spoon. Yes, na what na thick spoon. Yes, of course, na thick spoon. Not to iron
you know
spoon.
one thing, Theo? We country, we always dey forget who side we come out. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you one thing about the white people, especially the Chinese people. Then we think they are where we ignore so then they modernize and look at it.
Thank you.
you.
Now back on a tick.
Thank you.
But I make them like get small basin like spoon like. And that is the same.
So you have it. So, but you have it as a decoration, right?
No. For cook.
You sure?
Yes, look at.
All right.
You get permanent.
I've seen a
You
decoration.
know, you
You know
know say
what
this I
like
don't use am.
kitchen?
For cook.
Yeah, you know
Okay.
what they finish my
I've seen a-
kitchen?
No, someone is enough for decoration, oh.
I even
Yeah.
get the big
Someone
one for
decoration.
Tom Fufu.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so we no need for forget them. You know they go.
No, of course. Now culture.
Huh. Anyway, I like the name anyway. I just like them that
Thank you.
when I call Ebako, no matter what they think of. Now, so I just
Thank
like
you.
the programs, the name, they always for be in one green.
Thank
Not
you.
of good morning salon, good morning
No.
this, good morning that, free on salon. You know, I just like the initiative. Thank you.
We most
Okay,
welcome.
Anyway, so tell them thank you for the program today. I appreciate that. I think that by the end of the program, so much lively. That we're able to mix out something again. In as much
Yeah,
as
because
sound or end now, not to anyone of the
Mafa-
discussion.
That's salon business still.
Mafa is such a lively person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And now the first
Welcome.
one at the program inside this school, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, well,
So I hope
Yeah,
I
very
deliver.
Well,
Yeah,
I ask
very
question.
good.
Yeah, my family member them. The first will get a couriers, it deliver. La get to na answer quick, but it deliver or not? Me, I not get that much there for answer. It deliver or not?
We go read the message
Maybe
later.
answer.
Then, where you? Me family member them fast.
For me, I will say yes.
Yes, Fuad say yes so you know ask for it, you know, for say yes or no, you know ask. Fuad say yes, you deliver. So
Thank you for that. Thank you to you.
Oh, it's a 10/10.
Thank you.
No, you prove am.
Thank you very much.
The woman themselves don't come. She did an awesome job.
Very good.
Okay,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
You know, now this time they tell you just now.
Yeah, you said I'm a mentor.
Why begin for
You
introduce
said
her?
I'm a mentor. So
To God be the glory. To God be the glory.
You know, one person
Me na
will grow
pastor,
me
me na
interest into the
pastor.
mining
Pastor
industry
Theo.
for report.
Aha.
Pastor Theo, you know, one person
Sure.
will grow me interest for report about the mining industry, financial reporting.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
And I'm so proud
Master,
of
Thank you
you're not
very
you.
done
much.
it.
I'm so
You're not
proud of
done
you.
it. Please, now listen this thing, yeah? Then say yes. Neatly delivered. And he all waiting come for you. Yeah? Let's just see. The thing don't roll. Okay. Yes. The message in the Kambokwe, neatly delivered.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the woman did well. So interesting. She is one of the best we have got in your station. Yes, wonderful job. Yeah, so you prove them, you prove them.
Thank you very much to everybody, to all the
Anyway,
viewers.
we
Continue
actually they
every
look
day for
forward for
what.
the get you, as the producer go they discuss, who they get, but we actually they look forward for the get you and maybe get
Thank
another
you very
woman as
much.
well. Thank you very much,
Thank
guys. I
you.
appreciate una time inside the program. Una way watch, una way subscribe, una way don't share, una way like. We appreciate una so much. Until meet again, in Simbepe, the Freedom Fighter. Thank you very much to the producer for this program, Winner Elias Abba. Thank you, brother. You did do very good job. Thank you very much. Well, until we meet
Thank
again.
you.
I want to say thank you all. Thank you. God bless you.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the